So I want to walk you through an easy way to send emails through your account. So if you are using Coursera or Go High Level, etc., this is the tutorial for you. So I am inside one of our accounts and I want to show you what to do. So what you want to do is want to come over here to marketing. When you're here, head over to emails and select campaigns. Once you select campaigns, you're going to be on this page. Now, if I click on templates over here, this is where your templates would be if you have templates. But instead, we're going to head over straight to campaigns. So all the emails that you send will be over here in campaigns. Now, before I show you how to send emails, let me just walk you through this campaigns page here. So over here, you can create a folder for your campaigns so that you can stay organized. So how I would use this, for example, is if you're the type of person who sends, I don't know, say daily emails, you might want to create a folder for that. Or perhaps you are sending emails for a specific type of launch, you might want to name that. So, name of product and launch, right? So let's say I am promoting a challenge, right? I might call this challenge, build recurring revenue challenge. Let's just call this challenge over here, and I have created my folder. So I can actually work from right within the folder. So you can see that I've just opened the folder, and from here I can create a campaign right inside that folder. Now this is really amazing because I've used many different platforms and you can't really do this. You can't really put things in folders and really keep things really nice and tidy. But let me just go back out there. I want to show you other things before we move forward. So you can see that I have a couple of folders over here, and I want to show you this button here because you're going to need it after you send emails. After your emails have been sent, you come back to statistics, and if your emails are linked to a specific product, you can see how much money that specific email has generated on those specific products that were promoted in that email. You can also see your delivered, opened, clicked, and ordered rates over here for your email, and your email number of emails sent, number of emails bounced, unsubscribed, spam complaints, open rate, and so on and so forth. And when you come down this way to check your statistics, especially after you've sent your email, turn this on so it can show you your stats in numbers. And of course, your more recent emails are here. And from down here, you can go straight to creating a campaign. So let me have a look to see if there's anything else I want to show you over here before we move forward. Oh, that's just some more settings, which we can play around with later. You don't need to know that to be able to send an email now. How do you send an email? It's very simple. You go over here to click on new. Or if you want to put your email in a folder, make sure you create a folder first, like I did earlier, and then click on the folder. Click on new inside of the folder. I think it said new. Let me just have a quick look. Click on create campaign inside of that folder. So let's imagine I'm not using a folder. I'm going to click on create new. This is going to pop up. Now, over here are the folders that we have already, the templates, that you already have. Now, depending on what type of account you have, this might be empty or you might have some things in there. What you want to do to start from afresh is to click over here to blank. Over here, you're going to see 3 different options. Now, some of these are new, by the way. So this is the newest option here. Now, let me just walk you through all these options. I'm going to start from this middle one here. This is your HTML portion where you are going to be using some coding. Now, I'm not very good at coding, so I don't touch this. Now, if you are not good at coding, you don't need this stuff. Now, to the left here, this is your feature-rich email. Now, if I click on select over here, you'll see that through this, we can do a number of things, like we can add text, images, buttons, a logo, so I can drag a logo and add a logo there. I can, if I go back, oh, it's taking me all the way back. Excuse me. Let's do that again. Click on blank, come back over here. Let me just walk you through. So I would use this primarily for building out a newsletter. I think that's really the point that I wanted to show you here because there's so much you can do. So you can add a footer, dividers, add your socials, add a video there if you want to. There's so much you can do here. Now, I would reserve this for, sending, let's say if you have a weekly newsletter or a monthly newsletter or a quarterly newsletter, I would use this for that. I would not use this for my daily emails. Now, where I hang out and what I really wanted to show you is is this. So if I go back and start again and click on blank, I'm going to go over here to plain text editor. This is where I hang out, especially for those of us who send emails, like broadcast emails more often, etc. So I click on select. And voila, I can create a plain text email. The first thing you want to do is you want to name your email campaign. So let's say I'm doing emails for, let's say, a challenge, for example. I can, you can either name this according to the subject line of your challenge. That's an easy way to find it. Or I can name it as email 1, build recurring revenue challenge question. Right? So this is for me. Now I know exactly that when I see this, I know that it's the first email in this, that I sent out concerning this specific thing. And in this email, I have a specific question. You can name your email however you choose, but this is just what helps me to understand. Now, there's a bunch of things you need to know over here. Over here, this is where you can change the sizing of your various paragraphs. You can change your font over here. You can change the size of the text over here. And of course, you recognize this. This is for your colors, bold, italics, underline, strike through. This is where you add a link. So let's say this was the text. And I click over here. I can add link to a URL, etc., etc. That's what you would use that for. You can also add an image here. You can also, choose whether you want the text to be aligned to the left, center, middle, or just justify over there. Here are your bullet points. This is your clear formatting. These are custom values. Now, let me pause here and just talk about custom values. Custom values are created in your settings. Now, most of you might not need custom values to begin with. I recommend that if you are just starting out, ignore the custom values. But as time goes on and you find that you are putting in the same pieces of information, you can add it to your custom values, which you would do in your settings. And I have a separate video for custom values. But essentially what custom values are is that instead of you having to type a specific link or type your socials all the time, or just type certain pieces of information, because you've already added it to your custom values, it makes it very easy just to use it here. But like I said, you don't have to use that just yet when you are just getting started. And here over here again are your link triggers. But again, if you are just starting out, just keep it simple. So you come over here and you write your email. So to add their name, you want to head over to, give me a second, custom values, contact, and full name over here. Right? So we have that. So when somebody gets the email, it will say hi and it will say their name. Then you type your email here and so on. Add your call to action. And let's say this is a link, whatever the link is. Let's say the call to action is click here. Click here to whatever the call to action is. You might want to then highlight this. Click over on the link text over here. Add your link. Let me add in link URL, title. Oh, valid URL. I think I need my HTTP. Is that how it goes? I might have to just type it in and copy it over so that it says it's valid over here. But anyway, type your link in the search bar over here, paste it in there so that it looks the way you want it to, and there are no errors because it will pick up on errors over there. Once your link is in, this will be highlighted for you. There's a couple more things I want to show you when it comes to sending your email. These three dots over here, the first thing you want to see is you can test your email, and this is really, really important. So you can test your email. You can also preview your email, and you can see previous versions, file attachments, etc. So if I click over on test email, you can, so it saves your campaign automatically. Thank you very much for that. Oh, let's do that again. Test email. Here you want to put in your from address. So what is the address that you want it to send from? Sender name, and the email address that you want to test to will go over here. The preview text will go over here. And of course, your subject line goes over here, and it says set these emails as default sender and receiver addresses. Well, so you can do that. If you tick over here, it means that whatever from email address you put here is what people will see all the time, and your sender name. So you might as well just do that and test your email. So that's for testing your email. Now, what I would do after writing my email straight away is save. Now, as you can see, it did save already. Now, to send your email, you click over on this blue button here, and we have a number of choices. You can either send now, which is fine, so you leave it there. You can also schedule your email, in which case you can change the time and so on. Check your time zone, make sure that your time zone is correct. You can also batch schedule your email, in which case you can tell it what quantity. So let's say, so for example, I have quite a decent sized email list. I might choose to just send this out in batches, you see, in which case I can tell it, the quantity to send and so on. And this is RSS schedule for those of you who do RSS feed. Now, let's imagine I want to send my email now. Again, I put my from email here. And again, you can click over here to set as custom reply to, because you need that. Everyone needs that, because people need a way to be able to reply to you. Your sender name, this is the name that the recipients will see. It goes here. So I put in. And your subject line goes here. Quick question. That's my subject line. Your preview text goes here. Open me. That's fine. And then this is very, very important. This is where you choose your recipients. Now, how do you choose your recipients? This first one says choose contacts, which is great. Now, if I click over here, right, I'd be choosing all my contacts. However, if I click on this plus over here, I get to select specific contacts that I want to send it to. And you can also search your contacts over here. So let's say I want to send an email to one person or two people. For example, I would click there and select it. However, you can also click here to send to a smart list if you've created one, or here says choose contacts from tags. Again, a separate video on tagging. If you have tags created already, if you don't have tags created, there's a separate video on that. So you can choose, your tag, for example. So if you have any tag created and hit this plus, you can set, so here are some tags that are already on this specific account. Any pre-built segments and all of that good stuff. You get to choose according to who you want to send. Now, tracking clicks, it says discover which links were clicked, how many times each link was clicked, and who did the clicking. I would turn this on. UTM tracking. When enabled, this setting automatically adds the default UTM parameters to every link in a campaign. To check or change the default values, click here. I would definitely click here and check that out first to see if you have to set up UTM tagging first. I haven't actually used this feature just yet, but I would check that out, and because normally you would set up your UTM tracking and then you use it, but turn it on. There's no harm there. So and then once you're done, you hit send, and it will send according to your schedule. Right at the top here, you can also see send test email. So if I click on here, I can still test my email. Once your emails are sent, if I go back and I go back again, it should put me in the right spot. So once your email is sent, it will show up here. And if you click over at statistics, you should be able to see the stat for your email that was sent. So it's really, really robust. Like I said, I have used a ton of email builders from ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, ClickFunnels, and a few in between that as well. And I really like this. It is feature rich for sure. And whilst it can seem overwhelming, I think it's actually amazing at what it can help you to do. So any questions, just let me know.
Don't forget to click on the link below this video where you can grab our recurring revenue workbook. So if you are thinking about creating membership, subscriptions, or recurring revenue of any kind, I have an amazing workbook, yours for free, that walks you through exactly how to do that. So make sure you grab it below this video. And if you don't already have Go High Level and you'd like to give it a go, make sure you look below this video and use my link. You get a 30-day free trial of Go High Level. And if you use my link, I send you a ton of gifts to really, really help you to get the most out of making money using Go High Level. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. And before you go, make sure you check out this video.